So once again, we're back in the world of Strange Reel. But this time it's A7. It's been a while since I streamed anything but A6. So for today's challenge run, it's not exactly a challenge run, it's just a fun idea I had. We're going to do a complete campaign run, but I'm restricting myself to only European aircraft.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you?
The only 4 aircraft I'm allowing myself are the Mirage 2005,
Is everyone here?
the Typhoon,
Settle down.
the Rafale M,
Settle down.
and the Gripen E.
You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usha as members of the International...
And we're going to be doing the whole campaign plus the Torres saga.
Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission.
Should you choose to accept
the
it.
Union ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Grays Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately.
I wonder what
Find the
Usian
unidentified
country
craft, then use your weapons to round them up and
Fort
force
Grays
them to land.
belongs to.
If the hostiles counterattack, then you will... What the hell
Like,
was
is it
that?
FCU,
There's smoke! We're under attack.
or is it,
Numerous
like,
unidentified aircraft
international?
overhead. How's that possible? The tank farm to the north has been bombed. Many injured. Scramble. All units. Take off and eliminate...
Like, no one
unidentified
country
craft
has
attacking
its
the base.
under its jurisdiction
This is not a
of the
drill.
IUN. Who knows? Okay, so we have 4 aircraft available. 3 of them are multi-role. If we want to spawn the Ace, we have to use multi-lock missiles. Probably won't use the Mirage much, so let's use it now.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar site still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron.
Yep, the European Canard trio. Oh, and the Mirage too.
Call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party.
I'm doing good. It's
Control.
It's nice to be back in A7. Although I'll miss Ameria for a while.
Carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's
But as you
taking
can
a
see
lot of
from
damage.
my
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit.
plane's emblem, Ameria is always in my heart.
Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Column 4, understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job.
Fly with you? Then why are you so far behind? Let's go steal Gollum's kills.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft. Missile away.
They shut down one of us.
Enemy support eliminated. This should make the job easier. Destroy the target. Target confirmed down.
Yeah, I definitely want to change up the games every once in a while to so you don't bore yourself or your audience.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember.
I mean, I've got other things planned for A6, but I've also got other things planned for the other Ace games, so.
Page 2 locked.
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Though of the Ace games, 6 will probably take up the majority of the channel, since I'm probably going to be the only streamer
Shabby, Mage 2.
that streams Ace6.
I'll give you some pointers back at base if we can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1. Over. Tally 2 bandits.
Tally 2. I tally 3.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1.
I mean, I know Clown's got a stereotypical Southern,
Golem 2, let's maintain element.
American Southern accent,
I've got your 6.
but I didn't think he had the stereotypical American Southern education too. That was mean, Raz. Why did you say that?
Mage 2, missile launch. Gollum, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
There's another guy streaming 6 until the fan broke on the 360. Oh no! His 360 red ringed live on stream?
Jesus. This is the kind
Oh
of shit that
no!
gets my ass. UAVs. I can't tell them apart.
That wasn't Activace, was it? Okay.
Fox 3, Fox 3. Target is down.
Attaboy, Trigger.
Mage 2 locked.
Stall warning.
I'm not sure exactly what started the trend, but it seems that there's been quite a few streamers of late that have been streaming A6. Not that I'm complaining. I love the fact that people are starting to stream my favorite Ace Combat game. Although no one knows how to fly the Nosferatu, right?
They're after me. Getting out of rock. Leaking.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Evading enemy missile. Bandit in my sight. I'm taking fire. Still flight capable.
That could be, because A6 was not multi-platform but an Xbox exclusive.
He's mine. He's not getting away.
They lost their original demographic, so they basically had to release it to a brand new audience, which is always hard, especially for a niche game.
They can burn with their whole payload.
And that probably hurt A6 more than it helped.
Be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
you may be here, but you're not home.
Mage 2, locked.
Well, I hope you're at least not driving, Starscream. Because I tell you, stop watching my stream and focus on the road.
Job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2.
It is a pity.
He's got what it takes.
I don't know if you can drive or not, Starscream. You said you just graduated high school. That's about when I started driving.
Column Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Column 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Oh, your cousin's driving. Okay, well then, screw it. As a passenger, you can do whatever the hell you want. You know what I just remembered? None of the European aircraft can post-stall. Empty road. Gotta... I'm assuming you meant to type in go. So gotta go fast.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have a...
S rank, yay! Next mission.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia...
And I gotta think about what I'm going to use. Because this is primarily an anti-ground. But cruise missiles are going to be overkill. It's anti-ground, not anti-ship, so anti-ship missiles are out.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yusian
Not this time,
continent.
Starscream. This is European craft only.
Now at war.
This is the Nugget stream.
Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces...
I'm thinking the best one for this one is the Typhoon.
Additionally,
with its AGMs.
by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became
Even though
a symbol
it's
of
the
peace
8 AGM,
and a
but
valuable
whatever.
asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Grays Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat.
Oh, of course I'm using the invasions D-Day stripes for the Typhoon. I had to kill kill an ace for that skin. Of course I'm going to use it. Also, I've always loved the D-Day invasion stripes on any aircraft. It just looks great.
Mage Squadron, sortie, ASAP.
No, Foxhound. I don't believe they have co-op.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry.
June 6th, 1944.
But HQ has made it clear that
D-Day.
no harm should come to civilians.
5 beaches. 2 American, 2 British, and 1 Canadian landing force.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
The Americans had,
Do you have visual on the anti-air
I believe,
radar
Utah
vehicles?
and
Should be close.
Omaha.
Yep.
The UK had Gold and Sword. And the Canadians had Juno. And of those beaches, Omaha was the hardest fought, I believe.
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
H2, missile launch. Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Yeah, Omaha,
Get the fighters out there. Protect the radar vehicle.
Omaha had the highest concentration of pillboxes
Commissioner, move the vehicle. We can't
because of the terrain,
We need interceptors now. We're using the containers now.
which is also why it's
Flexibility.
the most common beach to be depicted on in media.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage.
What's up, Salty?
Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30
We're
seconds.
flying ACF Nuggets Baby, the Typhoon.
Take them down.
Missile.
Okay, recruits.
Missile.
Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
I'm not planning on killing his baby.
Target lock. Firing.
That's a miss.
Well, there's really only one appropriate choice for 10 million relief plan if you're using European aircraft. I'm not sure we'll get to it today.
Targeting range of guns.
Oh no, not the Crippen.
Shred the radar network.
There's one that's perfect just because of one of the skins.
Fox 2.
Stupid frickin' helicopters. Of course the Rafale. We're gonna be using the Sax skin.
Missile.
Because why wouldn't you?
Why don't they withdraw? What? They gonna bring their buddies back from the dead?
Only Sax can bring us the salvation that we deserve.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision.
I mean, the LACM is bonus. I originally used the Rafale Sax skin against the Alicorn just for the irony. And it's like, oh wait, these cruise missiles are ripping the Alicorn to shreds. Oh,
Just worry about staying alive for now. H1 launching missile. I've got him in my sights.
Sax the shit.
Breaking to escape lock. Missiles remaining.
Slow warning.
One, Fox 2. You want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus. Locked. This one's mine. Nice shot, Mage 2.
Missile. Missile.
But now, of the 4 European aircraft that are in this game, the top 2 are clearly the Typhoon and the Rafale.
Slow warning.
And of those two, I kind of lean more towards the Rafale, just mainly because I like the look of it. If it was the Gripen C, I would like it a lot better, but next time we go to the hangar, I'll show you why I'm not a fan of the Gripen. Okay, Rafale. Rafale has LACMs.
Get away from that vehicle! Now!
Target has been destroyed.
Rafale is more versatile in game, and I think it might even be more versatile out of game too, like in real life. But aesthetically, I like it better. Yeah, after this mission, when we go to the next mission select, I'll show you why aesthetically I don't like the Gripen E.
Great work.
Oh, to see the Erusian's faces now.
Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
All right, this base is worth destroying. 3 targets remaining.
No, they're not.
I wish European aircraft had bombs.
Redo the setup.
Target is in range of guns.
Here's some feedback from Overture. Like your manual, it's gonna let.
Now, I like the Gripen in 5 because 1 had RCL, and 2, it was the Gripen C. The one in 7 is the Gripen E.
UAV is ready to launch. Away.
Yeah, but that... I meant like a free fall bomb. Like SFS, because I can use those against aircraft too.
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're cleared to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way
The
they
base
look,
body of the Grip... I mean, I love the Gripen C's look.
no spotted, clown. No doubt
But the
about it.
Gripen E has... Again, I will show you what I'm talking about.
Somewhat clever decoys.
But it's the pylons for these
Great agility.
6 AMs.
You know what high G turns are, right?
I don't like those pylons, especially when I'm not using the 6
Bandits confirmed
AM.
as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Column 1, that doesn't matter.
It's an OCD thing for me.
It doesn't matter.
Missile.
He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it.
Missile.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning. Enemy UAV confirmed.
That one surprised me that they got the E model of the Super Hornet.
Are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Escaped into the clouds.
I don't think there's any C model or FA-18 C models that are left that are
Target and ready to
remotely airworthy. We've put so many miles on them.
Page 2, you've iced up.
The enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase them down and pull the trigger.
Clouds.
The
Golem Squadron.
the FA-18E, I believe, is the single-seater,
Watch out.
and the F is the dual-seater for the Hornets. And I think the G is the
try.
You're doing good.
electronic warfare variant.
You've got hostile on your tail.
Missile.
Missile inbound. Missile inbound.
Shit. I got an enemy in front of me and behind me.
1 to go. Let's get through this.
I was never a fan of the Viggen.
Missile away.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RT.
I think it's because I just don't like the look of the air intakes.
Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Okay, I'm OCD about the... Oh well. Oh, OCD for the... I can't stand the Barracuda. It drives me insane.
Now is the time to group.
Alright, Starscream. Take care. But now the Barracuda is so asymmetrical, and it's not just the tails. It's kind of like it's bent in the middle, where
The surprise attacks carried out
the nose kind of goes, the whole nose goes down, about where the air intake are. The tails are asymmetrical.
And near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous
It
ships
just
have
drives
been
me
sunk
crazy.
and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was at sea, so it was spared.
I think we're going to use the Typhoon again,
Kestrel 2
but we'll
is now
use the
preparing for
LAAM.
attack against Erusia's capital.
See if we can try spawning in the Ace.
To escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Grays Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Choppenburg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Choppenburg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenalberg, carries this new drone.
Although I already know what mission I'm going to use the Gripen on. I think I'm going to use the Gripen for Unexpected Visitor, just because I need these 6 AAMs. Probably also use it on Lighthouse too. Again for the 6 AAMs.
We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
But okay. See these pylons under the body, and that one especially on the off-edge side? Retro Ace Combat. You mean like PlayStation 1? Or the PS2 trilogy? Anyway, it's early. Oh, like an Ace Combat Cold War era. Or Korean War. That'd be great. I'd love to fly the F-86 or the F-8 Crusader. Those would be awesome. But anyway, my problem with the Gripen E are these underbody pylons, especially that one that's offside. They don't go away when you're not using the 6 AAM. And that one off the side, I don't think is used for anything, and it drives me crazy. I want them gone. The C model didn't have those. But it's also similar to certain flankers. Like, I won't use the Su-33 in this game unless I'm using the EML. because I don't like the underwing or the undercowling mounts for the weapons. It's OCD issue. Makes no logical sense, I know, but it is what it is.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
I'll ask for a... Yeah, and said I'm going to be using the Gripen because it is very useful. It's just I won't be using it for its land attack cruise missiles because the Rafale has them. I'm going to be using it for the one thing that it has that no other European plane does. Good multi-lock air-to-air missiles. The Gripen would be best at taking down the Arsenal bird.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. Two guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars.
Stars.
Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger, time to show the other guys that we get wet, wild, and do
Dirty things.
Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins. If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
Eject! We got this. We can't recover. We need reinforcements now! Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I think that's the fastest I've killed those things.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
Seems to be crazy to take a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
I wouldn't be...
Coming, evade!
I wouldn't know. I normally didn't use the Typhoon.
Caution, large aircraft is approaching.
I normally used the Raptor or the Eagle. Okay, now did we spawn the Ace? Oh, fly against? I don't know.
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing...
Yes, we did. We spawned the Ace.
Bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock. Break, now!
We're just waiting for mission command.
We'll live through this, Trigger. These guys are definitely a step above the last drones. These guys will sink easy.
There goes Bayonet.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the Arsenal bird.
Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Typhoons in A6 weren't what I would call easy. To shoot down. And I had problems with the missile tracking in 5 and 4
Skeleton 1 lost.
and 0.
Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle
So technically, no plane was easy for me to shoot down in those games.
Verifying the situation.
Golem 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
Watch your chapter clears the target.
Golem 3, Golem 2's hit!
Status report. Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Enemy 2, Golem 3, keep running!
Skeleton 3's lost.
No. Oh, wow. Holy crap.
Where's that report? Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ.
Yeah,
what's happening?
that sucks.
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
Although, you know what aircraft I got him on to spawn the first time?
What the hell?
The Rafale.
Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there!
Breaking!
I'm breaking up!
I don't know if I was even trying. I think I was using the HCAAs
Skeleton Squadron is down.
and just
Too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete patrol.
put up enough fire that they all died relatively quickly. I was actually surprised when I saw them spawn in.
Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
Wilco, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger, you need to fill in for me. I'm back and I...
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
I can't shake it!
Missile away.
That's it, baby. Come to Poppy.
Mage 2, UAV down. Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe. Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work.
Boom.
Yowza.
Missile.
Missile evaded.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Locked on. That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
You're mine. I'll make it quick. My status is fine. Affirmative.
This is Gargoyle 1, leading Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
One bandit.
Alright, let's get these guys.
Caution! Missile! Skykeeper. Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an Su-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Run, Forrest, run!
Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Fort Gray's aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
Dead meat. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
This is not good. Brody, break off.
Just bail out.
Good job, Mage 2.
I can't even think
As many guys out
that
here.
Mihai would stoop so low as to shoot
Golem
a
2, what's your
bailed
status?
out pilot.
Status report.
He's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper,
Well, we got the ace.
I said what I had to say.
It only got hit once.
About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Yoink.
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. Runway is clear. Mage 2, you are cleared for landing. 3,000 to runway. 1,500 to runway.
See, I've noticed something. I never actually land on the runways anymore in this game. It's always the taxiway. Or the tarmac. Mostly because you don't have to land on the runway. You can actually land on other places.
Be ready for your next sortie.
The Avro Vulcan.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Golem and the other bases squadrons already joined.
That was a bomber, right? Because I think they appeared in 5's desert missions.
Unfortunately, the two front of...
Rescue!
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting.
I know it's grammatically correct, but get swiftly is not a phrase you will hear in common American vernacular.
Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke.
I'm not sure about European,
He's been classified
but
as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However,
Americans
according
would
to
say
the
we need to get
a
there
military officer
ASAP,
accompanying
or
Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility.
we need to get there
Waiting for a chance.
yesterday, or something like that, but
Enemy anti-air
get
radar network
swiftly
has been set up around
somewhere
the space elevator. It's
sounds
likely a large
clunky to me.
squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after.
I'm not sure if that's a
A number of
localization
anti-air
thing
radars
or
are set up around the space elevator.
translation
However,
thing.
our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of
I
range.
mean, it's not wrong. It
Flying
just,
through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden
I don't think
from their
that
radar.
line was written by a Native
If we
American
happen to be
speaker.
detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy
Yeah.
as you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue
So I
craft
could
landing
easily
zone by
see
taking out
an
the anti-air
American
weapons.
say it,
Gollum and others will arrive shortly.
but
to
an Ocean,
provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft.
it's
at the rendezvous.
possible,
Good
but
luck
it
out
just
there, everyone.
sounds a little off. Alright. So, Typhoon again for the AGMs. Okay, not that kind of Native American. I meant the literal definition of someone born in the United States who grew up speaking the American dialect. I know, Nugget. You could not resist giving the shit.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
In fact, you're so not permitted to make contact that I am shutting your mic off completely.
Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden.
I hope you won't do anything that, you might need to defend yourself over the radio for.
Depends on you. Good luck.
Because that would really suck. Because, you won't be able to speak in order to defend yourself. But I don't see that happening at all. Okay, so where's the shortcut? Oh, that is a really thin gap. How thin is it in ace difficulty? Okay, time to thread the needle.
Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Holy balls.
You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them.
Are we under attack? No change.
H2, you're icing up. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home.
We're on high alert. Send up interceptors on the double.
Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship.
But Harling's not the president. He
remained a humble hero.
wasn't elected again. He,
I did my best to save him.
if he's anything like the American president, you have a certain number of years in office before you can't re-elect or rerun for office. I'm pretty sure he served the maximum term, which means he's not your president.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds.
No problem. Situation normal. No change. RTV, going home.
I mean, I've had to deal with people who have that problem with both sides, where
Situation report. Something's happening.
no matter who's in office, if they didn't vote for him, like, that's not my president. Yes, that is your president, be it Obama or Trump.
Don't celebrate yet.
They were elected. Guess what? They're your president. You don't have to like it.
Radio silence is
How did Roosevelt serve so many terms? Because back then there were no term limits.
Space elevator. We're securing Seagull.
In fact, the
Missile launched.
legal term limit
H2, target down.
was in response to FDR's 4 terms. Before then, presidents only served 2 out of respect for Washington.
Anti-air guns down.
Because George Washington only ran twice. And so
Page 2 locked.
all other presidents followed that example. Because the presidency was not meant to be a career, it was a duty you served. It was an honor.
Now it's our
Same with Congress, but that's a whole nother issue. But Roosevelt
Eliminate the enemy
just
before
kept
they
running.
respond.
Um,
All anti-air guns destroyed.
and after he died in office, after World War II,
Eliminate hostile anti-air
they
patrol.
quickly passed and ratified,
All SAM
I'm not
sites
sure
down.
which constitutional amendment, but an amendment that basically said
Zone is secure.
presidents can only serve 2 terms. So, yeah.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
No dynasties.
Rescue craft tagged on. Initiate.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Gollum and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Sea Goblin, heading over to the ex-president.
Alright, let's see if we can get rid of... Didn't spawn the ace. Well, the main reason was he was elected during the Great Depression. And whether or not his economic policies actually worked, there's some debate as to whether or not his New Deal actually helped or just merely boosted the morale of the American people, while actually making the Depression longer. But the morale boost was enough that he was quickly elected to 2 terms during the Depression.
Identified. Behind the gantry crane. Mr. Harlan, stay right there.
And he won in the 1940 election
Incoming rocket.
because his opponent
Sea Goblin, all survivors
was in
respond.
favor of getting America into the war.
Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let
Because
up.
in 1940, the United States was technically neutral.
That was thermobaric.
In 1940, there was only one ally nation at war with Nazi Germany and Japan, and that was the United Kingdom.
From the harbor toward the space elevator. Shoot them down. That's about
Americans at the time did not want to get dragged into another European war, and so FDR basically said, "Okay, I'm not going to drag us into a war." He won in a landslide. And then after we got drugged into thanks to Japan,
feel the same way.
for the 1944 election, nobody wanted to have a change in leadership during the middle of a war.
I heard you were the Air Force guy.
So they reelected him again.
It'll do. 3 remaining. All squadrons be advised. The call
Although he
signs-
never got to serve out
I
that
sent the information via
final term because he died in 1945.
UAV confirmed down.
It was actually his vice president, Truman, that served out that term.
Oh yeah, all mine.
Page 2 locked.
Gone 452.
1 remaining.
So yeah, while FDR initially was popular, the reason why he won his last 2 terms was more or less because of World War II. If it wasn't for World War II, I don't think he would have won his 3rd term.
All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off. Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading
This is
south.
1938 and then 1942.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
I'm not exactly sure when
Confirmed as MQ-101.
or what years those terms was.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Oh yeah, it wasn't almost. We were an isolationist country.
Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot.
We've
about
had a
tables.
really big isolation this streak in the beginning of the 20th century. We didn't want to get involved into World War I either. In fact, it was the Lusitania, a combination of the Lusitania and
Roger. Sending UAVs at the transport. Orders are to fire warning.
captured German documents that were trying to bribe Mexico into attacking us that finally
Goose 1, UAV on your tail.
got us into the Allied side of World War I. But
Understood. An arsenal bird is on its way.
before the 20th century, the United States' opinion of Europe was, you leave us alone, we'll leave you alone. We only really cared about the Western Hemisphere. We didn't give a shit about anything else. And to some extent, we still have that streak. I'm not going to deny that most non-American problems I don't really care about as much as I do the American problems.
Double Roger.
But yeah, before World War II, we were very reluctant to play on the global stage. And in fact, that kind of hurt us at the beginning of World War II because we were woefully behind technology-wise.
Why weren't we informed? The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual. Guard 1 Squadron, report.
HQ, 1 hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAV. The elevator swing brake took a scratch. Nothing more.
Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority. Mother Goose 1 hit.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. Cabin's fine, but the cockpit...
Yeah, a large portion of American immigrants around that time were from Europe. A lot of German, Italian, Irish.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course.
On his tail.
So yeah, they definitely didn't want to get involved with European problems because they had just left European problems.
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude.
But even
It's not the Colonel.
second generation Americans and
Mother Goose 1,
greater,
respond.
they didn't give a rat's ass about European problems back then.
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take them down now, Mage Squadron.
Also, given the sheer geographic size of the United States compared to
Lockdown hostile.
the rest of Europe,
Turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1.
and the fact that we're a whole hemisphere away, American problems just seem bigger to us because we don't really have as good a context. Because I'd imagine that Europeans are a little bit more globally minded because there are quite a few countries in close proximity to each other, all on that one little continent. North America, it's a huge continent with really only 3 countries: Canada, the United States, and Mexico. So we're a little bit more insular just because we don't have as much exposure to, other countries that are just like right next door.
Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand?
We really only have 2 borders to worry about. Granted, they're huge borders, but we only really have to deal with 2.
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived.
Well, yeah, a missile to the face is kind of hard to survive. You'd have to be a Turian in order to survive that.
Probably be a court-martial.
Build 2. I assume you mean build 2 walls. No. We like the Canadians. We're okay with the Canadians. We just seem to have a problem with the Mexicans.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, we must have looked again.
No, there's no way that wall is going to be practical. It's too expensive.
All right, guys.
Will cause more problems than it will solve.
The new guy was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping.
I've always been more for immigration reform and to patrol the border, or any border, just have Global Hawk recon drones just kind of loiter around and then send in mobile response units for suspicious illegal crossings.
You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly.
I can understand the appeal of a world with no borders.
Sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the White Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected.
It's a nice ideal.
You'll be atoning for your crimes right here.
The problem is that
this base is a decoy.
In order for a world with no borders to exist, we would need to trust each other. And humanity isn't exactly the most trusting species.
Switch off that alarm. It's just the usual.
Borders give people a sense of security, a place to retreat to feel safe.
protected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of
So,
those piles of junk can at least take.
while borders
Let's
do
get the
cause
busiest
problems,
ones
they
inside
also
first. We'll start with Harling's murder.
solve some
We
as
don't
well.
expect you to
It's
down any bombers. But what we do want is to make them think that we've
it's
got
an
active
imperfect
base here.
solution for an imperfect world. But if we ever do end up with a world with no borders, it's going to have to come about through a unanimous, willing decision. You can't do it the way that a world with no boundaries did at the point of a gun or a nuke.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how we turned into politics on the street.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Spare 8, Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders.
Go to hell.
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections?
Yes.
Decided in the skies.
Damn it, do you still have my mic muted?
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner.
Yeah, that is my headcanon.
Commencing deception and interception.
Trigger is the first fully voiced Ace Combat protagonist in Strange Reel. However, we cannot hear him because his mic is always muted.
Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back. Spare 8, when you land, your ass is grass.
Spare 15. Takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked.
Damn.
I do like this livery for the Rafale.
Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil.
Hear that? No starfighters for you.
He shot 2 missiles right between old Harling's eyes.
First off, I didn't shoot the missile, and second off, Ospreys only die with one.
Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you? This is Bandog. Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway. You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters at the base. You don't gotta smoke.
Oh, I would love to make noise, Bandog, but you muted my mic.
One more thing. Any aircraft
And Bandog's like, I didn't mute your mic. I didn't even give you one to begin with. You have to earn the right to use a mic. I can see Boomer Bandog.
Look at that.
Radio. Back in my day, we didn't have a radio.
On this base, everything on the ground is fake.
We had signal flags
So that convincing.
and a Morse code lamp.
The enemy just hit the control tower.
2 signal flags and a Morse code lamp for the whole squadron. And we had to share the lamp.
Not let the enemy get closer. Are you trying to kill me?
Shall I order them to shoot down all? Commander McKinsey? Damn it!
You're a prisoner. It's one-way radio chatter.
Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're cleared to engage. Show no mercy.
Gonna have to rethink the odds. Had missiles.
Wanna bet which one of us gets some first kill? This is the people who want it first. I decide when you die.
Alright, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me.
Who's gonna dance to your line tone?
I'll show you all how it's done.
Screw that count, I'm going lone wolf.
Trigger,
try and keep up.
Head count. We can compare later. Yeah, I'm betting that before we get dressed up real pretty.
Head to the next target. Radar pinged. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them.
Righto.
A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up.
Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime.
So, since I don't have any sin lines, I must have been a great person.
Harling's murderer. Sorry, but I'm gonna get the top score here. Because kills are self-reported.
On a show?
Hello! Aw, use flares. You bastard. Take that.
No way anyone's gonna take the top score from me. It's in my blood.
We are 9 behind the enemy. Giving it another go. Bring that down. I'm surrounded.
Wow, look at Trigger go. Lucky shot.
Lucky shot my ass.
Destroying the target.
Breaking.
Oh yeah! Let's do this. Sperry, watch your mouth. Destroy the targets. You're being slow.
I'll do what I want, Bandog. Besides, who cares if Mackenzie dies? He's not a load worth protecting anyways.
This is decent at what he's famous for. I wouldn't go that far. Targets that slow aren't a challenge. Don't let it go
Did you
to your
not
head.
see the fighters I'd killed count?
Multiple bandits inbound. They got bombers and support.
All aircraft follow me. You too, murderer. Jeez, now he thinks he's
But-
squadron leader.
Is it a meme if it's true?
Trigger, don't get shot down now. I got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
Spare 7, shut up.
Says the one with big money on me going down.
Trigger again. Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck. But he killed Harling with his guns too.
Alright, how much you willing to bet?
Service pretty good.
Because I will take that bet. And I will win because I did not kill Harling with my guns. In fact, I didn't kill Harling.
That's because
So no matter what you choose, I win.
Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with the tomboys. Tomboys are wonderful people that deserve love. Specifically my love.
bandit on my 6.
The targets are still active. Keep up the attack. What the hell are you doing? Wilco, Man and McKenzie.
Well, yeah, but I was referring to the fact that it's true that Mackenzie isn't worth the plane he's flying in.
That was dumb luck, Tabloid.
Spare 15. Don't take all the fun away from your comrades. Spare 15. What the hell are you doing?
My job!
3 targets remaining.
No. There's another tomboy.
Missile.
My AC-7 waifu is Hujin. She can deck me in the face any day.
Good going. That cheers me up. Pipe down and keep your mind on the mission. Two targets remaining. Well, would someone make a squadron of convicts? Gotta be some kind of reason.
Yeah, we're expendable.
Seems to be doing the trick. Guess every man and his dog has an idea how to end the war.
Enemy has a lock. Approaching target. Open the bomb bay doors. Boom! Hell yeah!
We're not going where?
Hey, do you have a read on the situation? One bandit left. Take him down now. First come, first served. Too far, Dunce. Get closer. The last escort is down. The bombers are ripe for the picking. Looks like we get to go home early today, gentlemen.
Did I say something to make you uncomfortable, Nugget?
All targets confirmed eliminated.
Hell yeah. Still alive, Harling's murderer? Then dinner's on me tonight.
Cut the chatter, Spare Squadron.
Hey, don't judge me.
Mission complete. RTB. Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his corner. Spare 7, what happens if the one you bet on dies while landing?
Then you win. So what? You're not done?
Just checking.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. We don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare 15, you have permission to land. Wind conditions are
Oh,
on.
Nugget, we're having fun. I'm not going to ban you for that.
3,000 meters. Too fast. Lower your airspeed. Bank left.
Typically, I'm not a big proponent of the banhammer
Right. Stand by for your next sortie.
because I see it as a form of censorship, and I'm one of the few people left in the United States that believes
Take off. Go now.
you have the right to be offended. Now, that doesn't mean you have free reign to say whatever the hell you want, because I don't want to get demonetized.
Did I say you could take down the enemy? Throw anyone who disobeys into solitary.
But you'd have to be pretty aggressively annoying for me to hit you with the banhammer. Fair enough. I have no control of what Twitch does.
Mihai's granddaughters like to keep to themselves mostly.
Speaking of creepy things that Twitch might get us banned for, let's skip the creepy such enthralling creatures line.
Your mission is to atone for your crimes by attracting the enemy's attention.
Because that just made me like, ugh.
I want you to head from the base to the desert region.
All right. Yeah, I don't get why so many people like Dr. Schroeder. He's creepy as fuck.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
I swear, he's not even human. I think he's actually an AI that was programmed to think that he's human, but doesn't quite understand how humans are supposed to act and behave.
Some welcome. All aircraft, spread out and attack.
We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up.
What do you expect from Belkin? Hey, there are some great Belkins. Rot Leader was awesome. Tabloid's fun. Although he's technically Ocean, but whatever. Schneeleader is fantastic. I would love to get a drink with Schneeleader. Call that inbred Belkin royalty.
What are the odds of getting out alive? That's pretty fair, Spare 7.
Transport truck spotted. Not a threat, but feel free to take them out.
Leave them to me. Ruling the weak is a kind of specialty of mine.
Yeah, that's how you got your 2 sim lines.
Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets.
Target confirmed destroyed. Trigger again.
Irregular aircraft that join later on any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury. So, what are we supposed to do?
I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. The regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like Mad Dog's finally come around. All the bombers destroyed before takeoff. Who did that?
I did.
That was fast. Keep up the good work.
Rhino. Trigger. Rocking it hard.
Cut the crap. There's work to do. Hostiles in your area are nearly wiped out. Get moving to a more crowded area. Try to catch some more lead.
You're giving me another shot? Must be my lucky day.
The enemy base is divided into
Oh, shut up, Count.
nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot, Count?
I love it when Bandog gives Count shit, because he so richly deserves it.
The vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target.
You're our official fly swatter now, Trigger. Take that.
What the? I must have got the lead aircraft or the lead truck.
Targeting gun range. Fire.
Oh, you hid in a little ditch. Kaboom!
We've got more company.
Spare 15 locked. Trigger destroyed the enemy facility while everyone else was sleeping.
This is Spare 11. Enemy base dead ahead. Damn it, we can't do this from the sky. We need ground troops.
Spare 11, just do your job.
Just give us a bomb big enough to blow the air.
Kaboom. Yeah.
Big gun down.
Oh yeah, I would much rather have Tabloid as your Strider wingman than Count. I liked Tabloid.
The anti-air guns are hit hard. Our air defense capabilities are compromised. Just grab whatever you can and return fire.
He was always the fun spare. I mean, full band was kind of fun too, but I can understand why he ended up having to die because he was too much of a liability to Osea.
Something happens, they tell you what to do next. Osea has one thing. Says where and when pawns like us will die. I mean, they already know the next strategy. Hold up. Let's make a bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, Bandog. Maybe you guys need to cool your heads off in solitary. Let me look into this doctrine thing.
Man, you're delusional.
Bribe is all you need when you've been to a terminal. It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their desk. Gathering intel is all about getting access.
Destroy enemy reinforcements at the base.
Ready for the go. They're picking off on this side. You gotta be kidding.
Eliminated target.
Breaking away.
Bandit down. Fox 2.
Yeah, Tabloid was the only one that followed Trigger in Yinshi Valley. He didn't help take on Mihai, but he kept the other two souls at bay. That's why in the following cutscene, you see a Mirage land ahead of you. That was Tabloid.
Vehicle down. You've done a fair amount of work to their ground units, but I see some of you still have ammo. Continue with the attack. Keep yourself
Yeah,
nice and exposed.
Tabloid is a true wingman. And what's even better about it is he wanted to run.
Ex-presidents.
But all it took was full band saying, and so this is where Tabloid bows out. And Tab's like, I can't. And then he dies into the fireworks after Trigger.
Spare 15 launching missile.
I'm about to blast right through this guy. The enemy has a lock on me.
Aircraft approaching at high speed, bearing 280. They're drones.
These must be the infamous drones.
They can dogfight without pilots? What about them on the news?
Machines are not replacing humans.
Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn. Trigger's destroyed all the trucks. Did the jailer know about the shitstorm he was sending us into? Penal units are just pawns.
That lying son of a bitch. Don't pretend like you deserve any better. Continue with the operation.
Tabloids diving into the fireworks in Mission 7, I think, is one of the bravest things any of your wingmen have ever done. Just because he didn't want to. He was terrified. But he still did it. I don't think any other wingman has shown that kind of loyalty.
Follow your orders. Continue the operation. Deserters will be punished.
I'm hit. My aircraft.
This isn't even a fight. You want to lose all your pilots?
Yeah.
Shut up. Try and stop me.
Bravery isn't not being afraid. Bravery is acting even though you're terrified.
On your part. I've still got top score. Count? Man, you're useless.
Everyone knows you'll inflate your numbers.
Anyone have a sides trigger think they can destroy the target? If you keep flying straight, you'll get hit. Target destroyed. Engage or face punishment.
Keep yapping away, little guard dog.
You'll pay for this. Looks like we're the only ones having fun out here. Trigger, the one with the highest score wins. Let's settle who's best once and for all.
Okay, I win. But you didn't even ask how many kills I got. I don't need to, I know. It would have been interesting. I'm not sure we ever will. But it would be interesting to see how much was left on the cutting room floor due to time or other constraints.
Spare 15, this is the control. Spare 15, you are cleared for...
You're not like the ones who scurry back to the base, Trigger. I'll give you that.
Oh, thank you, Count.
Locked on target.
Your praise it fills me with such joy. Excuse me.
Javelin flares deployed.
Yeah, there's some... I mean, there's plot holes in every Ace Combat game.
Spare 15, bandits flashed.
But it's a great game and great story, no matter what. But the story, there is a difference between the writing of the main game and the writing of the DLC. I think the DLC, they had more time to accomplish it. So I think, and I might be just pulling this out of my ass, but I think the Torres saga was largely what they intended it to be from the beginning, Whereas I think they had to leave a lot of the main story on the cutting room floor.
The bastards who flew off are going to wish they were never born. You guys get a pass.
Damn right. I wouldn't be surprised if we're thrown in solitary.
And I think a lot of that was
Hey, who wants to bet?
development
Who's in
cycle
solitary?
issues.
That's what that gambling nutjob would say if he was still here.
Where's your sense of humor, guys? Your buddy's making a joke. Laugh already.
And with the DLC, I think Bamco was a lot more willing to promote it and give it the funding it needed because A7 proved that it performed so well. It did much better than Bamco ever expected it to. And I think a large part of that was for a couple things. First, Infinity revitalized the fan base.
Claims, but the mission succeeded.
Infinity did a lot to win back the fan base after Assault Horizon. I'm not blaming the kind of death of the fan base on 6, because most of the fan base didn't ever play 6. Now 6 probably resulted in Project Ace is trying to try too hard with Assault Horizon, which that might have caused some issues, but Infinity brought back the player base that A7 needed. A7 was also from the get-go multi-platform, so it could capture on both the original PlayStation fan base and the newer fan base that A6 developed. And then there was and then the Steam port later on just further gave it another avenue for people to play on, and that brought in the modder community from the Ace Combat emulators.
But just remember, if you disobey orders, there's a special place in solitary confinement for you.
The fact that we went back to Strange Reel after Assault Horizon Infinity. Yeah, it is a niche game, but I think A7 is starting to break that niche just a little bit. Because I've seen multiple streamers whose first Ace game was A7. They had never heard of Ace Combat before, and they've fallen in love with it. So, I think the market is there, it's just not widely known enough yet. But I think A7 might be the first to kind of break into, especially the West, as a more mainstream game. It'll never have the same draw as, say, the Call of Duties will have, but as good as Ace 7 performed, I think Ace 8 will be even better, or has the potential of being even better.
Aircraft preparations complete. You're clear to taxi.
Because Bamco will give it the budget and time it needs. Now, that's not to say that Project Aces can't make it. It's a guarantee that Ace 8 will do good. They could always bring in a gimmick that no one likes, or, you know.
Target radar facilities and AA weaponry. They're set up on a rugged terrain, and there's a lot of cloud cover. You will be near thunderclouds. Man, you guys were born unlucky. Wait,
Who the dumbass who came up with this batshit plan?
Just obey orders.
Air Force Base 444 Squadron. This is Cyclops 1. The Cyclops
Also,
contains 7 aircraft. Stand by. We'll be arriving shortly.
Nugget, this is for you. I'm gonna fight Mihai in the Tiffy.
Low on ammunition. It'll be hard to take on hostiles. We'll have to rely on you guys to make it home.
Cyclops 1, this is Bandog. We need the job done on time.
Bandog? Cool name. Nice working with you, Mr. Guard Dog.
I actually didn't mind dogfight mode
Damage those planes.
as long as it was optional.
You sure? In this weather?
Because dogfight mode did give you a more visceral experience. And as long as it was purely optional, I think it would have been okay. Because your purists would have been like, oh, okay, I just never will use dogfight mode. And those like me who think it's, you know, an interesting experience, it's just another weapon in our arsenal. That's how I looked at it. But the fact that the game relied so heavily on it, I think, is what killed it in the eyes of the fan base. That and the god-awful Markov boss fight at the end.
Construction of target facility is confirmed.
But dogfight mode and ASM, I'm not sure exactly what it stands for.
You sure found out quick.
Those were interesting concepts,
There's only so much
especially the ASM one.
Any surface attacks in this weather? Give me a break, man. Man, I need missions that can help me improve my score, not this crap. I can't get away!
But Assault Horizon relied too much on the dogfight mode mechanic. And the story was a little
Are you telling us we have to dodge
a little hard to believe in a Terran world. I could easily see it being, instead of America and Russia, Ossia and Yuktabanya, which I think is what originally the writer was intending it to be. Fortunately, Ossia and Yuktabanya are
Thunderclouds are common this time of
interchangeable enough with their real-world counterparts that it was okay. It's just the one thing I could never get out of my head was there is no way the Russians would ever allow a NATO task force on their soil. That was the biggest moment of ripping me from my immersion.
gun range. Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Now I could see
There's no way I'm going back to
the Ukes inviting an IUN task force into their home soil to help fend off either a rogue rebellion or some sort. Because the Ukes aren't the Russians. They're inspired by the Russians, but they're not the Russians.
Looks like we got someone in our squadron who can see through clouds.
And we've seen that they've worked closely with the Oseans before.
The mission doesn't require you to talk. Use your head as well as your hands.
The wind! I can't fly straight!
Use the winds to guide you, amateurs. Sam sights down.
Now, the story of A7 or Ace Assault Horizon, I don't put any of its faults on the writer. It was a good story. It just, I don't think, fit for the setting he was given.
All targets destroyed.
If that makes
No
any
complaints
sense.
Bandits inbound.
Oh
Here
no.
come the UAVs.
We might have crossed the line.
crap.
The drones have jumped on the recon team. Our friends aren't equipped for air-to-air. They need our cover. All 444 aircraft, get them out of there. Not even one is to go down. Destroy the UAVs.
That's impossible. I'm not flying in there to help out some assholes I don't know shit about. As they say in my house, there's a thin line between bravery and stupidity.
Thanks. I owe you.
All right, good start. Now let's get the remaining 6 out of there. Someone flew into the thunderclouds.
Spare 15 is broken through the thunderclouds. Nice work for a dumbass.
Yeah, I'm a dumbass.
Evade that missile. Strider 4, bandit on your 6.
But I'm the best dumbass you got.
Help by getting in between them and the UAVs.
They don't even have time to check radar.
You stupid UAV and your flares. UAV should not have access to flares.
All the way around those thunderclouds. All cowards, go hide in the thunderclouds like Trigger.
I am not hiding.
UAV down. Finding and finish them off.
Bandog, there are still 5 aircraft
Yeah.
in the combat zone.
No, Jim DeFleece's story, I think, was hampered by the rules of the world he was given. And he did his best. And for all intents and purposes, it's a great story. It could work. Just not with real-world politics.
Look after the survivors.
Roger.
Which is why Strange Reel was created in the first place.
Bandit has a lock on.
So they could tell stories
Dodge that missile.
that wouldn't work in the real world. Assault Horizon needed Strange Reel in order to work.
There you go. Things are looking up. Finally got some good guys to support.
Looks like there's one guy who's got everyone's backs.
Cyclops 2, watch your 6.
Missile.
Cyclops 3, check your 6.
Missile.
Trigger's hooked up, but we got our hands full.
In fact, the only
Radar confirms spare 15
objectively successful real-world Ace Combat game was Infinity. And the only reason why that worked was because they're like, what happens if we made the real world Strange Reel?
Yours is to get the hell out of there.
Cyclops 3, break. Missile inbound.
Missile in the air. Evading.
Got it.
Cyclops 3 has broken off. Bandog is showing me one more to go.
Spare 15. You're the only one earning any redemption today. Make sure the rest of them stay alive. You'll let the devil with 3 sin lines go free after that. You're in no position to call someone a devil, Count. Don't make me laugh. Spare 15, target destroyed.
Cyclops 2 is broken off. All my guys managed to escape. Got big gratitude for you.
Cyclops 1, check your 6.
Jesus!
I can't get him to overshoot. Flying against machines is a pain.
Cyclops 1, missile.
So I just gotta look at the support. Just one fighter while you're in there.
Cyclops 1 is breaking off. He could have broken off any time if he was by himself. Spare 15. All UAVs in the vicinity confirmed destroyed.
Yeah.
Nice teamwork.
But the lightning strikes do add a challenge.
Tell him I'm grateful.
Copy that, Cyclops 1. Spare squadron.
So I'm okay with the lightning strikes.
Return to base.
Especially since they don't technically do any damage to you.
Oh, give me a break. You have more chores for us?
Spare 8, champ. Bogey approaching fast from the rear. All available units support Spare 8.
I don't need any support. This is all mine. Damn it.
Go for it,
Close my tail.
champ. You totally got this. I believe in you 100%.
Spare 8. No dogfighting. Negative. I'm not letting this slide.
Oh no, he died.
I want to understand the enemy.
Dibs on his stuff.
Shot down Champ. He was toying with him. Spare 10 lost. Another one.
Oh, I'm going to restart to heal and reload.
Shot down Champ.
I used a lot of HCAAs.
Spare 10 lost. Another one. One recon aircraft lost. What's with this guy? That's an Su-30. All spare squadron aircraft provide support for Cyclops and Strider. Keep the bandit off of them. Negative. That's not possible. Get in there with that monster, Spare 13. We're gonna lose more friendlies.
I'm going home.
Blast them with full force craft flying out of bounds.
Cowards failing on us?
They just sent back the damaged craft. We need guys we can use. Spare 15, Spare 11, form an element to take up the rear. Cannon. Trigger's taking the beast head on. You two deal with support. So this is where Tabloid bows out. Shit. Roger that. Will do.
Soul 2, Soul 3. They've got 2 rear guard. That one's mine. Copy that, King. Don't call me that.
Copy that, King.
What's your status?
I hate you, Soul 2.
Excited. Missile hit. Is he down? No. Managed to take it in a non-critical area. I'll teach you how to do that when we get back. Got this one down to my sights. I can evade this.
Soul 3 confirmed to be an ass man.
Missed target.
I don't know.
Warning, missile in the air.
I don't usually follow the Ace Combat mod scene.
The guy's a goddamn flying wizard.
Soul 2, this is Soul 1. Soul 2 here. What's up? Missile did not connect. That wasn't the plan.
Wise Mooks was in that car? Wait, he's flying?
It's Mr. X for sure.
The pilot of the experimental squadron's X-plane. Trigger 6.
Weisman, we don't want to mess with this guy. It's clear by the way he flies. Way out of my league.
Exactly the man we didn't want to run into. Jaeger, if it comes down to it, we'll act as a shield. Just get my guys out of here.
Understood. Go get him.
Someone moving to assist. Your job's about to fine. You dodged again. Interesting. Some white lines. Do they signify something?
You told me there's only 2 craft taking out the orange guy?
No. Just one is taking on.
No way. I wouldn't last a minute.
Do not engage.
That's because the Mirage is taking on the other guys.
He's gonna do that anyway.
People make a whole lot of noise about Trigger taking on Mihai alone, but the only reason why he was able to do this is because Tabloid took on Souls 2 and 3 alone in a fucking Mirage. Say what you will about him, but the boy's got balls. Big brass ones.
The enemy's in the clouds. Follow them, Spare 15. Do something or the entire recon squadron could go down. Watch out for ice while you're in there.
Missile hit. This may hit sooner than I thought.
Nah.
Soul 1, this is Soul 2. My status is fine. Do not interfere. Soul 1, the clouds are moving in. Let's return to base. Affirmative.
That's right, you coward. Run!
Bandit is retreating. He managed to survive somehow.
off count.
Hey, guard dog. Who's the guy who worked his ass off in the rear?
The biggest dumbass in the unit.
Makes sense. Only an idiot would be brave enough to pull off those moves.
I'll guide you back to Air Force Base 444, though I doubt you have enough gas to make it.
Appreciate the help. Will it be at the base?
I wouldn't get involved.
And as you can see, Typhoon better than Mihai. Because Mihai ran like a little coward.
You have permission to land. You made it this far. Don't screw up now.
$3,000 meters.
Too fast. Lower your airspeed. Lower your nose. You're too high. Great work. Nice job in not ruining a good plane. Your work's still far from done. Stand by for further orders.
You'll have people complaining that the Yellow Squadron were too easy without plot armor. But then complain about me. At least that's consistent. Or are you saying that they don't complain about one and complain about the other?
Reminds me of a story Gramps told me once. He said a little while before he retired from active duty, he saw an enemy fighter wipe out an entire formation right in front of him. It was like seeing how a shark works when it's going after its dinner. This enemy pilot stalked Gramps' pals from below, just like how a shark would. Then one by one, he put the bite on them. Sounds like...
Yeah, that makes... That... I don't understand. Where it's like, Yellow Squadron sucks because of plot armor. Mihai's so great. I love him. Yeah, but... Of the 3 missions you fight him in, you can't kill him or shoot him down in 2 of them because of plot armor. Shut up.
You returned without permission and failed as
Or,
escorts.
Mihai sucks.
How about you
Plot armor,
rethink
plot
your
armor,
battle
plot
while
armor.
in solitary? Take them away.
Yeah, but Yellow Squadron had the same thing.
Well, what do you know? Pilots
How
made it back
dare
to base
you
alive.
blaspheme against
Treat
the
them
Holy
well
Trinity?
And feed them plenty. After all, we have to get a favorable report out of them.
Especially against Ace Combat 4, the most sacred of all Ace Combat games that no one may ever criticize. Okay, I'm slightly exaggerating on that one. But it does kind of feel like sometimes the Ace 4 fans get a little overzealous. I think that's going to wrap up that stream. We're at a good stopping point. It's 2 hours and I'm hungry. So I'm going to do my best Longcaster impression and go get a bite to eat. Probably won't be streaming this evening due to EA's Play Live stream. There's rumors that Star Wars Squadrons will be featured in that stream, as well as a potential Mass Effect news of some kind. So I'll be watching that, even though I despise EA as a company. But tomorrow, around 11ish, we will be back with A7. Probably going from Mission 8 through Mission 13. So up to the Taurus Saga. So I will see you then. Have a good one.